Yo, what's up, it's J2, man? You already know we out here for another weekly Forex forecast for June 28th to July 3rd. So we're going to do what we do. We're going to start off looking at the forexfactory.com, looking at the calendar, and let's start with Sunday. You see, it's going to be like low impact with the JPY pair, currency pair, so nothing too crazy going on Sunday. Then you got Monday. You have a bank holiday for the euros all day. So if you trade a euro, expect the movement for that pair to be not as much because if there's usually bank holidays, the banks push the market. So if the banks are closed, that means the currency probably not had that much volatility. So keep in mind if you trade the euro pair. And then as we see, nothing too crazy throughout the day. And then some manufacturing PM during easing session. And then we look at Tuesday. Still nothing too crazy going on in the markets. And then the Canadian dollar during New York session, it's going to be like high impact with the GDP So if you trade the Canadian dollar, be on the lookout for high like volatility impact, as well as when the Fed chair speaks later on during New York session. So with the USD pairs. And then let's look at Wednesday. So Wednesday is a bank holiday for the Canadian dollars all day. So if you trade a CAD pair, Canadian dollar, you should be on the lookout for not too much movement in the market. So you probably might not want to trade that pair as much. Or if you do, have good risk management and decrease your position size. And then we have the USD news for the ADP non-farm employment change. It's a high impact during New York session, so look out for that. And then Thursday, we got basically NFP. It seems like since Fridays is bank holiday for the U.S., so there's gonna be no NFP that week. Because usually NFP is the first Friday of the month, but I guess they're doing it Thursday, and they're doing it Thursday. It seems like according to this calendar. So Thursday should be a lot of movement for the USD pairs. So expect great movements for those days. And then if you look at investing.com, you could go and look at the same thing, looking at the bulls, try to focus on the three bulls and all that fun stuff. Three bulls, high balls of impact. So if you trade around those times, just be careful. So this is pretty much the same thing as a Forex factory, but a little more detail you could say concerning for the time frames, each hour and stuff. So now let's get into the charts. Let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, man, it just be moving over time randomly, I would say. The movements. You should look at news events to kind of understand what's going on with Bitcoin for cryptocurrencies. But right now, it looks like we are trending down for a downtrend. So if we go to the daily chart, and this market is 24/7, so every day there's going to be moving. So right now, I see it potentially. Hold on one second. Right now, I see it potentially coming back up to test this area and then back down. I just see overall downtrend as of now concerning cryptocurrency. So I expect it to continue trending downtrend for this week coming up. And also, if it breaks, well, basically it's breaking structure. That's why it's continuing going down. So that's why I say it's downtrend. Now look at the Euro USD. I don't really trade this pair that much anymore. But for those who do, let's look at the daily chart. So as you can see, this pair is kind of basically going down. So for this week coming up, we can expect it to continue coming down here and test this area. And if it rejects this area, it'll come back up potentially to this area. And if it rejects this area, it'll come back down. So that's one way. Or you can see it potentially come this area, and if it breaks this area, you can see it potentially retest or just go down and we start the downtrend. Or we can see it potentially test this area and break and try to go up and test this area before it comes back down. But overall, it seems like it's going to be most likely downtrend. So be on the lookout depending how it tests support and resistance areas. Now let's look at AUD USD. So right now is for our chart. Let's go to the daily. So for this week, I see it potentially continue to going down. I see it potentially either rejecting here, coming back down, or I see it coming back down to test this area before it goes back up and then comes back down. So those are the options I see. And then let's look at US 30. So the Dow Jones, man, this don't be moving. So let's go to the daily chart. So this is impacted by like what's going on in the economy, coronavirus, potential second wave, how the economy is doing. And this is NFP week. So we could see it to continue going down. I feel like if it breaks this area, we're going to see it to continue going down. That's one option. Or, okay, hold on one second. Since basically we have wicks here and the market closed here, we can see it open potentially coming back up before it drops. But due to all this corona stuff, I will probably definitely look for sales. So for US 30, that's what I'll do, look for sales. And let's go to the GBP pairs. So GBP, JPY, let's go to the daily chart. As you can see, it's been dropping these past couple days, couple weeks. So right now we're in an interesting area where it's kind of consolidating, but usually after consolidation and breakout. So this week we could see potentially break down to this area. If it consolidates back up, it might come back down, or we could see it reject and come back up here to test this area and come down if it's still going to consolidate. Or we could finally see it come back up and then break and go up. So there's potential options depending on how the market moves on Monday respects this area. If it breaks down here, expect it to go to here. And if it breaks this area, expect it to go down lower. So be on the lookout for that. And then let's look at the British pound USD dollar. So for this pair, we go to Daily chart. I got a lot of lines on my chart. Bear with me from analysis in the past. So right now it broke a new low. So I expect it to potentially come up or come straight down to this area. It can retest the area and come back up before it drops back down. So overall, I see this week this pair USD going down for a downtrend. And it's NFP week, so Thursday we'll see what really happens in the market because the news play a role in the market direction. So this pretty much sums up my weekly analysis for this upcoming week, and it all is contingent to support and resistance as well as news events. So, if any questions, send me a message. Let me know what you think. Trade what you see, not what you think, and just be careful because the market is constantly changing. So, take care, everybody. Stay blessed.